last year we did Women in Transition. This year our focus is on literacy. And we have a strong presence in the community. So we have contacts, we have relationships with organizations, so that's how we find out what the needs are in our community. And we heard from everybody that literacy was something that really needed some focus. We also have a number of teachers and literacy specialists who are members of our group, so we had some easy resources to tap into right away. And a number of us, such as Catherine and I, who had a real passion for reading and for learning and for wanting to make sure our children had all the opportunities that they need to excel in school. So that's how we came to pick the literacy topic, and I think it's actually going to be a multi-year project because we're really excited about it. We have already started some projects in the community. Last month we were trained on how to teach parents how to read to their children and how to teach parents how to excite their children about reading. So our plan is to bring children to the library, teach parents how to read to their children. We're also doing, right now, about 15 separate book drives. So our plan is to get books into the hands of children, and we're going from there. We met today with Mr. Hooligan from the Literacy Volunteers. We've got some great ideas about how we can get into the Detroit Housing Authority and do some literacy projects with them, and they're pretty excited about that too. So we have lots of ideas, but now we need your help. We're not literacy experts. Many of you are, and we don't have all the answers. We have some great ideas, but I'm sure that they could be developed better. I'm sure there's some collaborations that we can form to try to tackle some of these ideas, but we need to know who's interested, what kind of ideas are out there. We can build on those. So when I leave here today, I want to have a list of things that we can do, collaborations that we can form, that we can then turn into action. Okay, so think about that as we go through our questions tonight. Tonight's event is going to be moderated by Mr. Peter DeWitt. He is the principal of the Poston Hill Elementary School. So he'll help keep us on track and make sure that we meet our end goal. But before I introduce him to you, I want to, I know Danielle from the Detroit Boys and Girls Club has a couple things to say.
Hi, everyone. My name is Danielle. I'm the program director here. I'm just going to let you know where the restrooms are, and then I'll even talk a little bit, since it's about literacy, about what we do here. If you go straight down the hallway, there is a men's bathroom, and then if you turn the corner, next to the pool or the door that goes outside, there's the women's room. We do have some things here that cater to literacy. Last year I started a program called The Buzz, and it's a spelling bee program. I take all of the words from the Scripps National Bee and we go over those words. If you saw the wall coming down the stairs, there's index cards on that wall. The kids take that down, they write 3 times each a sentence and the definition for a club dollar that they can use in our club store. It's very popular. The words go up, they come down really fast. And I usually have to refill during the day, like come down the stairs and put a word back up. Another thing that we do, we've had poetry club here, and we've had other creative writing, and we also have power hours. So all of the kids know that every day when they come here that they have 45 minutes to do their homework, or something educational if they don't have homework. So, and usually homework appears when they figure out that they have to do something anyway. So that's basically what we do as far as literacy goes. We have an array of other programs like drama and dance and some other things. So yeah, if you're interested in any of those things and connecting with what you're planning to do, then we'll be glad to collaborate.
Great. Thank you, Danielle.
You're welcome.
I also have Carla Mary here, who is here representing our City Council President, Len Kopka. I know that they've been talking about education initiatives, and she has a couple remarks.
We have. I have a statement from Lynn to read. She couldn't be here herself because she's over at City Hall preparing for the budget hearings, which I'm going to need to be at by 7 o'clock. So it's unfortunate that she couldn't be here, but she did put some thought into this, looked at a little research. She and I had to talk about it. She sent me to read this from her. An educated community is a prosperous, productive, and active community. Education is the key to our individual success, as well as our collective fortune. Our society was built on this premise, and it's the reason for being for our vast public school system. Yet a whole segment of our society is continuously behind the 8 ball, generationally. We don't have to look very far to see examples of this in struggling neighborhoods in Troy. Research provides us with a few other facts, which when pieced together, may help us solve this puzzle. Several studies reported in the media tell us that the number one factor, most highly correlated with a child's success in school, is the educational level of the mother. Sorry, dads. The next factors that has been found. The next factors in descending order are family income and availability of reading and/or printed materials in the home. So it sounds like you're on top of that with what you've done in the last year. Family literacy has become the buzzword in many discussions like the one we're having here tonight. Meaning Common Core standards in kindergarten is a noble goal, as are the others slated for discussion tonight. But easier said than done. The task of increasing the literacy of our community will take a combined effort. It's not traditionally been the place of the municipal legislative body to mandate standards or approaches to teaching and learning, but in this competitive global climate, we all have to work together. I'm very sorry that I cannot be here this evening. I will carefully review what you, the experts and boots on the ground, discussed tonight. Together, all of us, the educational institutions, unions, parents and students, businesses, local governments, will find ways to partner to educate the children of our community for the demands of the future.
Thank you. That really sets a good stage for us, and I'm glad that we have their support, and you can let Lynn know that she's welcome to do a book drive if she likes.
I shall do that.
Fantastic. Okay, so we are honored here to have as our moderator, as I said before, Mr. Peter DeWitt, principal of the Pleasantville Elementary School. I'm just going to take a moment to tell you all about him. Peter has served as principal at Pleasantville Elementary School, and that's in the Averill Park School District, since 2006. And he was named the 2013 New York State Outstanding Educator by the School Administrators Association of New York State. His blog, called Finding Common Ground, on the Education Week website, and his most recent book, Dignity for All, Safeguarding LGBT Students, have both received national attention and acclaim. Peter most recently appeared on NBC's Education Nation, and has also discussed the topic on WNYT Channel 13, abcnews.com, and PBS. He's published over 30 professional articles and delivered nearly as many presentations for organizations including the Hawaii Department of Education, the National Association of Elementary School Principals, and the Association of Supervision and Curriculum Development. We are pleased and honored to have him here with us tonight. Please join me in welcoming Peter DeWitt.
Sarah's a former parent of mine, so I made her sit next to me. Because I noticed that when I got here, no one wanted to sit next to me. I thought it was something that I did. Thanks for asking me to do this. It's not something I don't get an opportunity to moderate a lot. And what I like about this format is the fact that there are so many good collective minds here. That when I talked to these ladies last week, I had said, I think philosophy is great. You get a lot of that in college. But I'm a blogger. And the whole point of doing blogging is that you put something out today that people can use tomorrow. And we're just going to waste everybody's time if we just sit here talking about the philosophy behind it. I really wanted to provide practical steps so people can leave here tonight and kind of hit the ground running tomorrow. So I'm really looking for advisement from you. I did teach primary education for 11 years. I taught in Poughkeepsie and Waterloo, so I have city school background before going to Averill Park, which is both rural and suburban. But everybody has their issues, and literacy is definitely one of them. So what I would like to do actually is go around the room and have you introduce yourself, because we have a smaller crowd, which is good. And I think if you give us a little bit of your background, you're going to be more apt to participate in the discussion. If not, you have name tags and I can just call on you. Just fine. So we'll start to my right.
My name is Sarah Ryan, and I am a Junior League member. I am a parent. I'm a reader. I'm a community advocate for Catholic Charities in North Central Troy, the school to catchment area.
I'm Kathleen Lisson, and I'm a member of the Junior League of Troy, and I'm on the board of directors for the Literacy Volunteers of Friends of County.
Hi, my name is Tina Brady. I'm a Hudson Valley student.
Mr. Ashley, likewise, and a parent, a very concerned citizen, and someone who is terrified for the future. Wondering what on earth can be done for young parents who have been denied the educational background that they needed to be the parents that they need to be for their children of today. So, here to get some information, how to help them.
I'm Charles Winter. I'm also a Hudson Valley student. I'm a parent as well. I was subbing at Albany High School from February to the end of the school year. Yeah, I'm going to see what I can learn today.
I'm Jessica Underhill with United Way of the Greater Capital Region. I am newly in charge of our early learning initiative, Bright Stars for Building Futures. And I'm here to see what's going on in Troy and how we can be of service.
I'm Ann Florid, and I'm from Hudson Valley Community College. I'm an instructor in the teacher preparation department. I've also taught years at the primary and elementary level. And I'm here to listen, learn, and I guess try to take some input.
I'm Brianna Mann. I'm a PCC student, and I'm a program counselor for advanced therapy.
Sean Hunziker, principal at the Saratoga BOCES and instructor at the teacher prep department at Hudson Valley.
Susan Bro, I'm a parent. I'm also a kindergarten special education teacher in Schenectady.
Hi, I'm Donna Scanlon. I'm from the University at Albany, and I do research in early literacy development and prevention of reading difficulties and in teacher education.
Why do I have to go after you?
Do many good things. I'm Linda Carr. I'm a former classroom teacher, reading specialist, reading coordinator, ELA supervisor, and literacy center at Cap Region BOCES, and currently I do consulting. And Donna does wonderful work.
My name's Carol Roberts. I'm with the Troy Public Library. I'm head of Young People Services. I'm also a librarian. I have teaching experience, and I also worked with children as a sign language interpreter in an educational setting.
Hi, I'm Sharon Lustig. I'm a Junior League member, and I'm a health coach. I do a lot of work in the community with kids, and passionate about making sure our communities are healthy.
I'm Lori Allen. I'm a Junior League member. I also have over 20 years experience in nonprofit. 17 of those are in higher education. The last six has been in human services. I currently work for Unity House of Troy.
I'm Pam Rager. I'm a member of the Junior League of Troy. I'm the mother of a daughter who's now teaching 3rd grade, and I'm from the University of Albany. I oversee child welfare training programs.
I'm Katie McLaren. I'm also a parent, and I currently am teaching. I'm a teaching assistant doing academic intervention services in the Troy School 14, serving grades K through 5.
I'm Ann Hansen. I'm the Director of Children with Special Needs for Rumsey County. I'm here representing Catherine Gimno. And the Children with Special Needs program, we're basically the administrator of services for children with special needs from birth to age 5.
Hi, I'm here to recruit you all to reach your children in our Everybody Wins program. My name is Barbara Wyman, and I'm with Literacy Volunteers. And 4 years ago, we started a reading program for children where we recruit volunteers to come in while the children are eating their lunch, and they read to them, and the same child with the same mentor every week. And I'd like to tell you all about it and have you come to a training and orientation to get you involved.
Good evening. My name is Rosalind Coates, and I am a Schenectady resident who's been concerned with our 3rd grade reading failure rate, and moved in 3 years ago and was just shocked. And each year we get the newspaper and it tells us the same story. And I decided that I would take action on it. And so the last 3 years, I've been doing literature review on early grade reading and the birth to 8 continuum strategy. And yesterday I worked with my husband on this, Scott Felderman, and we yesterday did a webinar through the Schuyler Center for Analysis and Advocacy. And so that will be up on their website soon. It's about an hour-long presentation on my research plan.
And I'm the lesser half, Scott Felderman, currently working as an independent consultant. Just to build on what Rosalind has said, we have been talking with communities across the state from Long Island to Buffalo, really looking at how communities, urban communities in particular, are dealing with the issue that they face in terms of kids not reading proficiently at 3rd grade. We are currently doing business under the heading of Ready by 5, Reading by 8. Again, basically a theory of change that says kids need to be ready to succeed when they enter school. At birth to 5 is an important period in that child's development if we're going to be successful in cultivating effective readers, proficient readers.
Hi everyone, my name is Allison Villeneuve. I'm Assistant Director of Career Planning at Russell Sage College and also a member of Junior League. So I'm pretty excited to learn about working and supporting children in their learning because I'm so used to working with college students that it's really something like new for me and exciting. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Hi, my name is Liliana DeGiorgio and I am presently a teacher at Robert C. Parker School. I've been there for 8 years, and before that I was a teacher at the Art Community Charter School for 5 years. And I've actually had the honor of having a few of the students from the Art come to Parker on scholarship for the 7th and 8th grade. So it's been really an honor to see some of my kindergartners come to the school and be students there and doing really well. Before that, I also taught in a literacy program called Even Start. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that. It's no longer in operation, but I worked with the Troy Housing Authority for 2 years with the Even Start literacy program. And I've also spent 6 years at Sunnyside Center, which is run by Catholic Charities. And I was their 3 and 4-year-old teacher there and also ran the after school program. And I'm not going to go way beyond that.
Carla Guerreri. I consider myself the accidental city clerk for the last 2 years. Lynn Kupka told me not to talk about myself, but she's not here. So I have taught in public schools for the last 28 years. 20 of those years on an alternative program, starting in Amsterdam, taking that program to Scotia, and then after that I was with Questar. That program was defunded. I think it really shouldn't have been defunded. At any rate, I have a keen interest in literacy. I feel very privileged to go to Albany State during what I call the Dick Ellington years. And some of my fondest memories were in classes at that time. So I would hope to get back into education somehow, some way, and I really come to believe that the most important years are those 0 to 5, and moms and babies together. So that's why I'm here. Don't tell Lynn.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rob Fox, and I'm a developmental optometrist in Latham. And at our practice, we're dedicated to working with children that have vision problems that affect reading, learning, and attention. And many people are given a false sense of security that the children have passed the school nurses test. Really, that just checks how well you can see the blackboard. Most of the children's time is spent up close, and we try to help make sure children are able to do that. We really need to just on a most basic level, just educate people about the need for regular eye exams by age 5. We're talking about getting them ready, because these kids are reading now at age 3 and 4, and we want to make sure they're able to do that. And there's no excuse for them not to get. We do a better job getting our kids shoes that fit than making sure they've had their eyes checked before they start school. There's no reason for that. On a personal note, I'm sort of having a flashback here. 30 years ago, I was a student at RPI here, and I was in a club called Youth Action. We used to go out into some of the housing projects in Troy to take kids out on Saturday and Sunday outings. I remember driving the minivan. So I sort of feel like I've come full circle here. Troy again.
I'm Tom Houlihan. I'm a social worker by training. I've been working in the human services for 30 years. For the past 15 years, I've been at the Troy Housing Authority as Director of Planning and Program Development. I'm also on the Board of Literacy Volunteers. At the Troy Housing Authority, we offer the opportunity to engage kids in their home community, and kids and their families, in community centers, in their homes, in the playgrounds on our community centers, to talk about reading, to promote reading, to bring reading to them where they live, and not just where they go to school or what they do other things.
I'm Heather Silvernail. I'm a member of the Junior League of Troy. I am also a special education teacher at Questart 3, which is the Rensselaer, Columbia, Greene County LOCs. I am a literacy specialist and an alumni of St. Rose and Waldo.
Hi, I'm Lauren Payne, member of the Junior League. I own a graphic design firm, and I'm a mother of a 14-year-old boy.
And I'm also a mom of 2 elementary school children. I have been very active with their school, and also by day I work for the governor as a labor negotiator.
Okay, so we have some ground rules and housekeeping.